donkey of the day for Monday, December 2nd goes to Aubrey Drake Graham. We was on vacation all last week, so I didn't get the opportunity to properly give Drake the credit he deserves for being stupid. But if you haven't joined back in May on my Brilliant Idiots podcast, I might have even said it here on Breakfast Club. I don't remember. But I told y'all Drake was going to file a lawsuit. I told you Drake was going to sue. He is a multi-billion-dollar entity. No multi-billion-dollar entity is going to allow you to call him a pedophile or a sex offender and not take some sort of legal action. But here's the thing. The person who has the real defamation case in this situation is Kendrick's woman. Because Drake not only said Kendrick was beating on her, he said that Dave Free, Kendrick's business partner and friend, was the real father to one of Kendrick's kids. So if you're going to accuse somebody of defamation, you must first make sure you too aren't guilty of defamation, okay? Drake saying that Kendrick defamed him is indeed the pot calling the kettle beige, but that's not even why I'm giving him donkey of the day, okay? I'm giving him donkey of the day because Drake is proving without a shadow of a doubt that he simply doesn't understand culture. I used to debate with my man Glasses Malone. Drop on the clues bombs for Glasses Malone. You can listen to his No Ceilings podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast network. I used to debate with Glasses when he would say things like, Drake isn't hip hop. He would say Drake is not culture. Glasses would actually say Drake is Madonna. He's pop. He's manufactured. And you know, after this lawsuit, I have to say, I agree. Because Drake doesn't understand how any of this works. Number one, Not Like Us was very popular. Okay, it's still very popular. It was an instant smash. All right, Not Like Us isn't just a hit record. It's a rare cultural phenomenon. Records like that don't come along too often. Records like that can't be programmed. I don't care how much money you spend at radio or on playlists, whatever it is. When something is a cultural phenomenon, you can't buy that. Okay, you can't buy culture, Drake. Not Like Us was a cultural identifier for a whole coast. That's what Drake doesn't understand, because Drake is absolutely one of the biggest artists in the world. Okay, he has a cult-like following. Not just a cult-like following, he has some of the most loyal D-Riders on the planet. In fact, drop on the clues bombs for Drake's D-Riders. There are people amongst us who sit on Drake's penis the way Drake was sitting on the CN Tower on the Views album cover. Okay? But even with Drake's huge fan base, don't think for 1 second, whatever the label UMG was doing to promote, Not Like Us, they were doing the same thing for you your whole career. Okay, if one of those diss records you put out would have taken off and been a cultural phenomenon like Not Like Us, the record label would have pushed that too. How would you be clowning Kendrick right now if Kendrick said, UMG, you didn't have to let Drake put that record out accusing me of beating my lady. You didn't have to let Drake put that record out saying my child isn't really mine. I'm trying to get you to see why you look like a complete and total sucker, Drake. Okay, not to mention, once again, you are a huge artist, but don't believe your own hype too much, because those same tricks you are accusing UMG of doing for Not Like Us, they have done for you your whole career. There was a time when Drake was on the cover of every playlist on the browser page of Spotify. Okay, they did it with Apple too. I think it was called Scorpion Season or something like that. And he took over multiple playlists on the same day. All I'm saying, Aubrey, is stop acting like you haven't been the beneficiary of record label technology. Okay, you being a whole simply because you lost. Simply because Kendrick Lamar kicked you lyrically, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. And anybody acting like this is anything more than Drake's feelings being hurt, you are too. OVHO to be exact. Okay? He's fighting the same war that Michael Jackson fought. Drake is taking a stand for the art and the artist. People who are running with that narrative would hold Drake's penis while he pees and shake it for him when he's finished. Okay, Drake has been handling this terribly since Not Like Us dropped. And please, let's keep this in mind. Drake, you're in this position because you tapped out. Okay, you chose to tap out after you heard Not Like Us. It was too much for you because you didn't have to tap out after the Hard Part 6. You could have went in the studio and gave us a bop. You the bop guy. You could have got with some ghostwriters, went in the studio and wrote a hit to combat Not Like Us, but you chose not to. You tapped out. Kendrick won, and he told you to squabble up, not lawyer up, but you chose to get the lawyers because you lost the squabble.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in, as I did do a video last week when Charlamagne had went up on Instagram and posted the 500th episode of the Brilliant Idiots podcast from 6 months ago, where he had made the prediction that Drake was going to come back with a lawsuit after the battle had ended and everything like that. And what do you know? Last Monday, the news did break, so he turned all the way up with it and said, I told y'all that this right here was coming. Now, as you heard him say right there, they was off for vacation last week at Thanksgiving, but they popped up today where he could give his full opinion and intellect and description of how he felt about everything. And I had a link in the description where y'all can watch that in full from the Breakfast Club, as he did say a lot more. They spoke on it more in depth and things like that. But I got to keep it all the way 1,000 what Charlamagne said. As far as, you know, breaking it down, the overall message he's saying is all the way 1,000% correct. Drake has filed a petition to go with a defamation suit against the label for Kendrick Lamar's song Not Like Us. But he did the same thing to Kendrick Lamar during this same battle. You talked about this man kids, you talked about this man girl, talked about this man homie, even on the Heart Part 6, even alluded to him being molested. So Drake can do it, but Kendrick Lamar can't. If Kendrick Lamar filed this type of petition to get forward in progress with a lawsuit during this battle, niggas will be killing Kendrick Lamar. They will be killing a nigga like J. Cole. They killed J. Cole for saying he ain't want to rap no more and apologize. Think about if a nigga went through with a lawsuit. If any other rapper in this game, Meek Mill, had went with this tactic after the battle was over, it don't matter how much money would be involved, y'all would be calling him a sucker. I'm on the internet every day, nigga. This is what I do. I see how y'all call niggas suckers and lames and chumps for way less. I don't even go that far with it, but this is what y'all do. I'm speaking from a cultural aspect, and this is for those fans who just don't want to call it like it is. You can't try to separate Kendrick Lamar from the lawsuit when it's about Kendrick Lamar's song. You begged him to come out and battle. You dissed his family too. You talked about his kids too, and you went at him as a person as well. He went at you, but his hit a little bit harder. Y'all can call it what y'all want to call it. The labels have always done marketing, pushing music forward, no matter how you slice the pie. But to go to that next level, the people got to vibe with it. You can't force people to get up and start dancing to the song. You can't force it to last that long. You can't force it to be a chant. That has to be there organically. Now, you can put it in people's face. You can program it with the people. They've tried this before with a lot of artists, and it don't work. Kendrick Lamar just happened to be one of them niggas that's that cold, that talented, know how to do this, raised in this, and part of the culture. It is what it is, bro. On top of the fact, let's keep it all the way 100 right here, bro. Niggas just got to know how to separate everything and just use your logic. Be a fan. But this is the culture, my nigga. We have unwritten laws. We have unwritten lifestyles that you just know. You just understand. It don't need to be explained. If you go through this route and you jump out there, this ain't like, oh man, I'm doing something big for everybody now. This is for art. And this is just a fan type of conversation. Oh, this is the Michael Jackson stuff. No, it's not, my nigga. Michael Jackson was buying niggas catalogs. This is nowhere near the same thing, nigga. Michael Jackson was buying catalogs. Now, people say, oh, the industry went against Mike. Yeah, that could be another thing, but nah, nigga, they not in the same position right here. Not even on the same level of impact. Now, Drake is a superstar, nigga. Ain't nobody denying that. Ain't nobody denying his talent and relevance in the culture. But to be trying to make this that conversation, no, this ain't that, bro. No matter how it went, no matter how it played out, Drake said he wanted the battle. He begged Kendrick Lamar to rap. He talked about his family too, talked about his kids too, talked about his wife, nigga. And nigga, you did what you did. He came back. His just hit a little bit better. He won the battle. Now, are they trying to sabotage me? Drake has had every single benefit that he allegedly is accusing Kendrick Lamar of in this situation. Everything you alleged on Kendrick Lamar, we seen it happen for you. That's the point of signing a record deal. They're gonna push your music to make it bigger. So I separate the topics of conversation. I'm not here to be delusional. You can be a fan of Drake, dog. There's nothing wrong with that. But we talking about the culture right now. This ain't the lawsuit. Is business side of this but it's based off the culture. It's based off of songs that were for the culture. So at the end of the day, it ties back to what we represent and stand for in this culture. Just keeping it all the way 1,000. Tell me what y'all think. We got more coming, more videos, all that 1,000 for shit show. Stay on your pivot.